Loser moves to the infield. 2 laps. Jet Downs. Oscar Amato. Let's go pole match racing. Downs gets the best of the dispatch on this one. Oscar Amato tries to stay with him on the high side on the conveyancing Southwest 81. Going for the dive on the inside. The Merchanting contracting car. The 89er Jet Downs is going. He's got the push up the track. Rides up through the ruts nicely. Gets the whole shot. Runs it down into turn number 3. Jet Downs is out in front of this one as they get caught up on the ruts. Oscar rides through him a little bit better. This race isn't over. Oscar Amato fights back now as he starts to go up on the back bumper of the 89er Jet Downs. These Pilbara Tyre Service number 89 absolutely showing a clean pair of heels now as he starts to gap the 81 car of Oscar Amato. Hooks the rut in turn 2, hooks the car up, keeps it going down the back straight. But Jet Downs will do enough. He'll move on. 89, 81 will retire to the infield. Joel Bowman will move across now to take thing. So when the new driver comes out, which I'm sure most of you are very much aware, so Joel Bowman now has lane choice. He'll move out, he'll roll up beside Jet Downs. He will either choose the curb or the high side. Oscar Amato retired to the infield. Colby Bosley sits here in the stands machine. Gisbert Farm Contracting. Brooks Contracting, number 78, ready to see who he'll be challenging next time around. Both these cars out here are more than capable of winning this match race. 2 laps to pick a winner. You can't jump. If you jump, you park it. Let's go green once again. And we're off. Jet Downs getting the better of the dispatch on that one. But Bowman's car just absolutely pulls late into the turn. So it's the 89 versus the 52. As they run it into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Jet Downs definitely getting some good laps in now. As he looks like he's going to try and progress over Joel Bowman. As they run it down into 3 and 4 for the first time. Round the outside, Bowman's definitely starting to pull that gap back in. Look at the pace he's got coming off turn 4. He's going to drive it in deep into turn 1. This definitely is not over. So he comes in. Downs manages to hold it better around the high side as they now run it down the back straight. Watch this little 52 car pulling him in, going back up the hill as they run it into 3 for the last time. Bowman drives it in deep. Jet Downs, has he done enough? He's done enough. He'll move on. So Jet Downs moves forward. Every car he passes is another position forward in starting the A main. So Kobe Bosley versus Jet Downs. Jet Downs has sort of had a mediocre night. Not terrible, but not great. It's going to be interesting this time around. Bosley, Downs, green. Jet Downs getting better at the dispatch on this one. Clicking it up into second gear now. Bosley not quite getting the jump with him. As they'll come through turns 1 and 2, Bosley gets a little crossed up. Jet Downs manages to pull 2 or 3 car lengths coming off turn 2. As they run it down the Manjimup back straight. As they go into 3 and 4 now. Bosley starts to close that little gap up there. Gets through the ruts, hooks a rut. Fortunately, that's going to hurt him. 1 lap left to go in this shootout. Downs has got a commanding lead now. I can't see Bosley, bar a mistake coming from Downs, being able to pull that one back in. So it goes through 3 and 4. Jet Downs will move forward a row. So he's moved forward, he's moved through to the inside row of the second row. Now this is the race to watch. Jake Lehman on the inside of this one in his brand new, it's only his second meeting in that Mitsubishi Mirage. His opening meeting was actually the national title in Grafton. Lehman's electing to move to the outside. Our current state champion, Jet Downs off the pole. And Lehman gets a jump on Downs this time around, a very even dispatch. So we'll go through this time around. As they come through this time around, our current state champion out in front. Hooks the rut, unfortunately Jet Downs pulls up on the back bumper. We got 1 lap left to go of action. Jet Downs shows his heels up on the inside this time around. Lehman's going to drive it deep on the outside. They're side by side, going into turns 1 and 2. Lehman fights back. Downs fights underneath. Lehman's going to try and cross him as they run it down the back straight one last time. Lehman's going to try and drive under him as they go through. Comes up with the back bumper. Nothing there. Hops the car. Great driving, Jet Downs. Jet Downs will move all the way from the 5 position through to the front row. So we turn around, we're going to roll them through this time. So Lehman to the infield. He'll actually move back a row, unfortunately. Back's to Truchet versus Jet Downs for pole position here for the KJB Challenge, proudly supported by Snap-on Tools. And we're green. Be interesting to see how they call that one. They might let that one go. But it looks like Jet Downs picked the revs up a little early there, but they're going to let it slide. So Jet Downs coming all the way from position 5, out in front. Got the best of a jump there as he'll come through. He runs up through the holes. Baxter Truchet comes flying through the holes as well. 1 lap left to go. Jet Downs, I've had a few talks with him now this season already. I'm going to get to have another one very shortly in half a lap's time. As long as he keeps it together through 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together all the way from number 5. Starts off the pole for the KJB Challenge. So we'll quickly bail up Jet Downs, have a real good quick chat with him. He's definitely happy with that. Come out in the number 5 position. So as they all head back in. He's definitely a happy boy with that one. You can see the smile on his eyes with the helmet still on. The Murchison Carpentry, number 89. Definitely done some travelling this month. The old Mirage, he's definitely needs a new panel kit before the title. Mate, you've come in out of 5. You've got to be stoked to be starting out of the pole with that one.
Yeah, 100%, mate. The car's on absolute rails at the moment. It's nice and bumpy, which I like. So, yeah, no, bring on the feature.
Jake Lehman gave you a good push there when you had to get up onto that front row, mate. It's really cool watching you guys race side by side. It's going to be a tight finish between you 3 in the feature.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, can't wait.
Your pole sitter tonight for the KJB Challenge, Jet Downs.